Let's talk about when should leaders step up. And this is the second part of the series. But to answer this question, I'd like to know your answer in the comments below. And before we begin, don't forget to subscribe to slowly grow your problem-solving mindset and skills. Now, let's get down to business. And I have broken this question of when should leaders really step up into three separate factors. And each factor is broken into three separate parts. And today we will focus on the second part, or factor number 2, its root causes and 2 tips to fix these root causes. And so factor number 2 is that leaders must always be there when new projects are being conceived that has the potential of making a company better or faster, or has high benefits for its employees. And to understand this better, let's dive into the first root cause, which is the fact that when new projects begin, much of the initial work is associated with scoping what problem needs to be solved. And there is a big chance that a lot of people will try to focus on only on things that impact them personally. And that causes less focus on specific problems, right? And things become too big and unrealistic targets are being set, which we don't want. But to fix this root cause, the first tip I'll share with you today is that leaders who provide their vision bring clarity on how each project contributes towards the long-term success of the company. And them being involved brings laser focus on what problem we should solve and why this project will be important for long-term growth from a big picture standpoint. Now, let's look at the second root cause, which is the fact that leaders who are accountable for certain targets or key performance indicators are not always bought in to certain projects that are pushed to their plate, right? And instead of looking at these projects as something that will improve their teams, they end up only viewing certain projects as a waste of time. So my second tip to fix this root cause is that leaders who step up, delegate properly, and collaborate to make those projects a success from the very beginning have the opportunity to transcend their roles from supporters to enablers, right? And owning such projects also brings a lot of exposure when these projects succeed under their guidance and leadership. And these are the different pieces that make up the second factor. Now, in the third part, or third factor, we will discuss its root causes and some additional tips. But before we move forward, I have a question specifically to you. What would you do to fix the root causes we just talked about? Think about it and leave a comment below. And if you enjoyed this exercise, consider giving this video a thumbs up and subscribing to the channel to slowly grow your problem-solving mindset and think about your approach in general on how to solve problems. I will see you in the next exercise.